Hi everyone, so I'm excited to come through with another flip through. So this is of my trip to Dominican Republic. We went in September 2022 and yeah, we had a really good time. It was not our normal sort of holiday, so it was quite nice to have a bit of a different sort of holiday. And yeah, I just love this album, how it came out, because it's so colourful, and I just loved all the patterns and the colours and everything. So, and for once I've actually done my cover. I don't normally do my cover by the time I'm filming my flip through, so I've actually done a cover this time, which I'm quite proud of. So yeah, so it's just very simple, just Dominican Republic, just on some pattern paper and things. So I won't go through too much of the products because I have done a separate video on what I used, so I'll just talk about the holiday. Obviously, if you want to see the products and stuff and where I got them from, there is a there is a video on my channel for that. So the first page, as I always, try and get a map, and I did find a map postcard, so I was really happy with that. And I just used up the rest of my washi tape to get rid of it, basically, because I was so close to finishing it and I just wanted to use it up rather than put it back in my stash for like this length. So yeah, so then this is us traveling. So I said we went in September, and we went with TUI, which obviously in the UK most people know, but it is a package sort of company that, you know, sorts all your flights, your accommodation, your transfers, everything like that out. So it was a really easy holiday. A lot of our holidays we makeshift and we DIY it, so this was a really easy holiday for me to book and get sorted. So it was actually a rebook from 2020 2021, so we finally got to use that as well. So that was exciting that we actually managed to finally use it up. So yeah, so this is our flight, and we flew on one of the Dreamliners, which was nice. And then this, unfortunately, we travelled pretty much a couple of days after the Queen passed away, so the country was in mourning. So I just wanted to sort of remember how prominent it was at this time. Obviously, in like my project life and things, it comes through a bit more, but I still wanted to include it in here just because, one, Manchester Airport looked amazing with it, with the purple lights and everything, and two, it's just a big time in history, really, isn't it? So so on here we've got some bits from that. We dropped our bags the day before, and then we stayed at the Premier Inn, so that was just our sort of information. Our key card came in, and we stayed in room 1, which is exciting. So yeah, that's that. And then this is just us sort of traveling. So we've got, this is our visa information, not visa, sorry, our COVID information that we had to submit. So under there's got my passport details and Joe's passport details, so I thought I'd block that out, but that's all that was, just to register about COVID things. We didn't actually have to do anything about COVID whilst we were there, we just had to fill out that form, which was quite nice. And then this is the, you know, the map on the plane where you can sit and watch the plane go across, so that was quite exciting. And then this was this huge sign at the airport when we arrived, it actually said welcome to, but I just like the whole Punta Cana because that's the resort that we stayed in. And then this was part of our boarding pass. Just then we went on the 11th of September, and our seat number and flight number and all that sort of jazz. And then this is actually part of our luggage tag, I think, that I cut out. So this is the TUI symbol. And then we arrived. So it was a long transfer, not because it was a long way, but because we actually managed to be the last people to get dropped off. So it felt like we was on the coach for hours after being on like a 9-hour flight. But we got there in the end and it was lovely. So we stayed at the Ocean Blue and Sand. I always get them mixed up, but it's the Ocean Blue and Sand Hotel by H10, and it was really nice. It's a bit more traditional, still modern, but more traditional looking in the Caribbean rather than like white walls and everything like that. It just felt a bit more, you know, Caribbean-y. So yeah, so this is the hotel from the outside, just when you pull up sort of thing. And then this is the opposite side of reception. So you come out reception, you walk down this long promenade. It's got like a little lake either side and obviously palm trees. And then this is the block in which our hotel room was in as well. This is just like a coaster for your drinks and stuff. I thought that was quite cute. And then this is just some more bits about our room. So again, this is like the little courtyard. Each sort of block of hotels had like a little courtyard with like a fountain and, you know, benches and stuff like that, so it was really nice. So that's what the courtyard looked like. And then this was me sort of looking out at the courtyard, and then this was a view from our room. So we had a lovely view from our room. We could see the pool and all the palm trees and everything like that, so it it was lovely to be able to face the pool. And then this was our actual room, so it was massive. And I know they are in North America. We just noticed the difference when we go to North America, the Caribbean and all that. The rooms are just absolutely massive. The beds are huge, and we love it. Compared to Europe, when the rooms can be really tiny and they try and cram as much as they possibly can into each room. But in North America, the rooms are so spacious. It's lovely. So we had the best bed. It was so huge. Like, I didn't even know Joe was in it because it was that big. So it was nice. And then did like towel art for us most of the days. And again, this is another view from our room. And obviously we was up crack of dawn because we were jet lagged. So we got some really nice views in the morning. And then this is just us wandering around the resort. So it was a really lovely resort full of palm trees, and it was quite quiet. Even though it was such a big hotel, it was really quiet, which was nice. So again, just pictures of the palm trees. This was us mucking around on Be Real, and then me walking down the little avenue of palm trees. And then I love palm trees. I just can't get enough of them because we don't have them here. It's just nice. So this is me standing next to a big palm tree and these really cool funky plants with these huge spikes on them. And then a nice man was nice enough to take a picture of both me and Joe. And you can see we're not here, but there's a slight smudge here, and that's how humid it was. Like, the minute I stepped outside, my camera smudged up because it was so humid. So yeah, and then this was just some details of the hotel, just some, a little map and stuff like that. So what I loved about this hotel, and I do love about these big hotels, is that they always have loads of like really cool things to take pictures of. So they had these two lovely women all made out of mosaics on next to this bench, and they had like the name of the hotel at the top, so we've got pictures with that. And then they had this huge Punta Cana sign as well, again with the hotel name in the love heart. So I love those sort of things. I love all these opportunities to take photos of, and I love it when they have the name of the hotels and stuff because it makes it unique to that place. But yeah, I love this page. I love all the colours and the the little foam parrots and everything, and the lemons. I love that paper. So not majority of the time, but a lot of the first few days we stayed by the pool because it was so lovely. The pool water was so warm, like I've never known water like it. I felt like it was heated, but I was like, why would they spend money on a heated pools when it's hot? But it was so warm outside, it was so humid. I don't think we'll go to the Caribbean in September again. We've done it twice now, and it's just too humid and it's too hot. Joe got sunburnt in the shade, so it was just too much really, but we loved it nevertheless. And we just learned our lessons not to go in hurricane season, because you'll see later on as well, but it was just so warm. So yes, there's just pictures of us by the pool just enjoying it. It was just a really lovely atmosphere, and we don't normally go on all-inclusive holidays with like pools and beaches and stuff like that. We just get too warm to sunbathe, so we're always out and about and stuff, and we like to see the culture and things. And to be fair, you could be anywhere in these pools, so yeah, it's not a normal holiday, but we still really enjoyed it. So again, some more pools. So I just loved, they had like swim up bars and had these in-water lounges and stuff that we were just chilled out on. And obviously after the year that we had and with COVID and stuff, it was just nice just to relax. Like, we don't hardly go on holiday to relax, we go on holiday to see things. So it was really good just to chill out. And Joe really enjoyed himself, apart from getting burnt. And then this is just some bits about the food and stuff. So this was us just going out for tea. This was like the main restaurant. It was really big and it was just really nice. And again, it wasn't crowded or anything. And then they had these lovely, just all the food was nice, but they had really good desserts that I absolutely loved, and I do miss. I look at that now and I just remember all that, the milk cake, and oh, it was so good, so nice. And then this was just our band from the all-inclusive as well that we wore all week. So these are just some bits about the food. So they did actually have like 6 a la carte restaurants. We only went to 2. But these are bits in the main restaurant. They had like this donut wall, which was amazing. And then they had a Dominican Republic night. So this big shield with the flag on, which was quite nice. And then these 2 photos are about the Sensai Teppanyaki Japanese restaurant, where obviously they do the whole teppanyaki experience with you around whilst you watch the cook. And yeah, it was really good, really enjoyed it. So that's those 2 photos. And then we did actually go to the American one where we had burgers and stuff like that, which was cool. They're all dressed up in like like little waitress outfits and stuff. It was just really cute. So yeah, so that was what we ate throughout the time. And then these are some bits about us going to the beach. So once we'd been to the pool for a few hours, we'd sometimes move down to the beach, or we'd spend the whole day on the beach, because the beach did have a much better breeze, and so it didn't feel quite so warm like the pool did. But we didn't manage to get into the water in the beach because the water was quite rough a lot of the time. Not really rough, but I'm not a confident swimmer, so I didn't want to go out too far. But we just like to sit on the beach anyway. So these are just some pictures of us just sort of mucking around, getting photos together, which I really like this page. I really just like the focus of, you know, us having a good time. So again, some more pictures of the beach. So it was just so lovely. Like, it was just typical white sands, palm trees, blue skies. It was just really nice. And even though we went in hurricane season, we only saw a bit of rain every other day, so it didn't rain constantly or anything like that. And even when it did, it was amazing when it did rain, because it was really heavy, and then it would just stop and it'd be lovely for the rest of the day. So yeah, so this is just my feet in the water, and then this is just some pictures of us on the sands. This was actually before we were going home, to be fair. So yeah, really cute. So this was probably as far as I got into the water on the beach. There was a few days where we could have gone in, but we were just busy and we just liked the pool, or we just were happy just chilling out. So we weren't too fussed about going swimming in the sea. But I like to walk along the beach, and I just loved all the palm trees there as well. So yeah, it was really, really good. And as I said, it was a really nice week that we had. And again, they had some more really cool signage and stuff. They had these like, you know, directional things to each different country and stuff, and then they had this lovely sort of painting of the area. And then this photo here is just amazing. Like, just the white sands are so white and the water looks amazing. It blends into the sky. It just looks so cool. So I haven't really done too much of the Caribbean. I've done Mexico, the Caribbean side, and then obviously Dominican, and that's it really. So I can't really say I've done the Caribbean, but I've really wanted to go back to a Caribbean island now, because we had such a good time. So these are just some pictures of my walk along the beach. I didn't realise it until about 2 days before we were due to go home that you could actually walk along the beach to other resorts and stuff. So that's what I did. Just a nice walk along. There was quite a lot of seaweed, but our people on our side, the staff that worked at our hotel, were really, really good at getting it all cleaned up and stuff. So we had a really clean beach, but some resorts down the road were really covered in seaweed. That's just a thing that happens that time of year. So it's a natural occurrence. You can't really stop it, but it was really nice that our beach was nice and clear, and the staff worked so hard, especially in that heat. And then these are some other pictures just of us on the beach. As I said, we just like to chill out, and it was a bit more shaded and it had a bit of a breeze, so it was just much nicer to sit on the beach than it was by the pool a lot of the time. And then these are just some bits about the animals that are at resort. So there wasn't loads, but there was loads nice little birds and little baby birds all like plodding around and swimming and stuff. And then this, I don't know what this is, I don't want to say, but a really cool white bird that was around most of the time. And then these huge fish, they were absolutely huge. And then the best thing is that we found some kittens. We didn't see them for the first few days, but a couple of days in they just appeared, and they were so cute, but they were very timid. They didn't really want to come too close, but they were so cute. And then what I did love about our hotel is that they had a resident flamingo. I think his name was Pinky. I can't be 100% sure, but there was a sign that said Pinky, so I'm just going to go with it and think that's what his name was. But it was just so cool. Like, he just wasn't bothered about people. Like, he would just happily stand in the middle of the way and just go to sleep like this. And he just looked so cool. I just like to see him every day. This is a really bad photo, but this is actually a picture of them feeding him, and there's a little tortoise turtle thing here, and they were fighting over the food. So we were watching that for a bit. But yeah, it was really cool to have a flamingo just wandering around the resort. And then this was just a picture of us. We like to go to a reception sort of area and have a drink, and we had these really nice slush drinks. Still don't know what flavour it was, but it almost like tastes like guava or like a coconutty sort of. It was just amazing. I don't know what it was, but it was lovely. And then this is just a really nice picture of the reception area. It was really modern in reception, so that was nice. And then we only did one excursion whilst we were there, just because we weren't too fussed about doing too much, but we wanted to get out and see a little bit of the culture. So we did these cave buggies, and and we didn't really know what to expect, but it was good. A lot of selling though, so that put us off a little bit, but we enjoyed the actual main part of the tour, which was these things. So this wasn't actually the company we went with, but we did these things, which were really fun. So they picked us up in this massive truck thing. It was just the two of us on this for a good sort of 30 minutes. And then they took us to another meeting point to go meet the rest of the tour. But this was our ticket that I stuck there as well. So this is us getting ready into our little buggy. So obviously Joe drove because he's a better driver than I am. But that was us getting ready with our seatbelts on. And then this was us sort of queuing up to go on this tour. So basically they're just going to take us through like a countryside, you know, tour basically in these little buggies. And these buggies were definitely dangerous. Like, I don't know how legal they are, but every time our buggy literally kept saying, check your engine, check your engine. And it just always smelled of like petrol and stuff. And a few of them broke down. So I don't know how legal they are, but it was good fun. It was really good fun. So this was just us. I took a lot of photos on our GoPro of us because it was quite muddy, and that's why we've got these masks on, because it was muddy and the petrol and the fumes and stuff like that, like it wasn't the greatest to breathe in. So we had these masks, and they did actually try and sell you masks, but we brought those from home just in case, to avoid having to buy things. So yeah, so we went through like countryside, went on these really nice roads. We saw some local bits and pieces, which was nice, like these whatever these are growing, lovely plants and big flowers growing. And it was just really cool. We enjoyed the buggy ride, really, like Joe loved it. It was good fun to drive along, and we didn't break down, which is good. A few people did break down, but again, this is more pictures of us sort of driving along. And I did like it that we were going through some local little towns, because I felt like being in an all-inclusive hotel, like we didn't really manage to go and see a lot. Well, we didn't, we were in a hotel most of the time, so it was just nice to be able to see a bit more local life, really. Not that there was loads going on. It's probably quite a sleepy part of the town because it is a touristy sort of area, but it was still nice to get out and about and see a bit more of the island. So yeah, I took loads of photos, and I printed off loads of photos. And then this is just us with the buggy afterwards. So we managed to not get too dirty. A lot of people got absolutely covered in mud, but we were pretty good, to be fair. I don't know why Joe decided to wear white, but no, we were pretty good in terms of not getting too muddy, which was nice. And then it moved, really, the excursion. It moved into like the selling part, which we didn't really enjoy, to be fair, but we just weren't. It was just nice to get out of the hotel. That was my sort of thing. I just like to get out of the hotel, but it was a lot of selling. So we went to like, this local park, but it wasn't really local. It was like this, like a theme park, like an attraction park. And they were trying to sort of sell you, like, well, here they were trying to sell this dancing. They tried to sell you photos with the dancers, and then they tried to sell you like tasters of drinks and stuff, and then like cigars and purchases, you know, local stuff that you can buy, but at extortionate prices, basically. So it was a lot of selling, but we weren't, we just sort of overlooked that and just, as I said, saw it as a way of getting outside the hotel. So they showed us a little bit how chocolate was made and what sort of vegetables and fruits grow on the island. And as I said, we watched this dance from these locals. And this again was just showing us sort of how they make things. And then this was like the tasting session. So this is when they tried to sell you sort of different drinks and cigars and all that sort of stuff. So we tried sugarcane juice, which is not nice. And then this was the man making cigars. And then this was marijuana. Marijuana. I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, actually. But it's a local drink that tastes a lot like sherry, I feel. And then this was like tea and coffee. And hot chocolate. The hot chocolate was really nice, to be fair. And once I tried this little hot chocolate, I had loads at the hotel because I just sort of ignored it because obviously it was really hot, so why would I drink hot chocolate? But I tried it back at the hotel and it was amazing. So I did actually have a hot chocolate with me every morning after this excursion because it was so good, almost like cinnamon-y. It was really good. So yeah, I think it's marijuana. So yeah, so we did that. We didn't buy anything, we just tasted the little tasters. And then we went to this like cenote, which was really nice. It was really cold as well, so it was really refreshing. So yeah, really pretty. Again, I don't know how legit it is. I think it must be. I don't imagine you can just dig it, you know, yourself, but it was really good. You could swim all the way through. It was just really, you know, nice after sort of a long day in the sun, just to get in the cold water. And then the last sort of thing that we did, we don't really go to the entertainment at the hotel. We have a busy day, and then we sort of chill out in the evening. We don't do loads of stuff in the evening. So the only one we went to was this beach party because it sounded really good. This was just a postcard that I picked up, but then they put this massive sign up saying beach party at 8 p.m. tonight, 8:30, and then this was us all dressed up for the beach party. And then this was us on the beach. So they basically just had like a load of music, and they had people playing games, and obviously, you know, just bits and pieces on the beach really, people just enjoying themselves, which was really nice. And then they had these fire dances, which was unique. Not the greatest of photos, obviously a bit closer up the better, but they're just pictures of the fire dances. They were really, really good. It was a good atmosphere, and we just enjoyed it. We didn't stay for very long. We were there for about an hour, but yeah, it was a really good sort of night, and that's the sort of entertainment that I enjoy whilst we're on holiday, to do something a bit different and stuff. And then we came home. So we actually very nearly didn't make it home because Hurricane Fiona was on her way, and we were on hurricane watch for the last 2 days basically of our holiday, because we knew she was coming, sort of thing. And we were worried as it was getting closer and closer, it was going up in like the hierarchy of how dangerous they were, so we were really on edge really. And then this was a picture of outside our room in the middle of what we experienced as a hurricane, but we were just getting like the start of it. We just generally thought our flight was going to get cancelled, because we thought, oh god, they're not going to be able to take off, or they're not going to be able to land, but they did, and we actually managed to get out of the Dominican Republic before it got really bad. And it did get really bad. A lot of things got trashed, people unfortunately died, and yeah, it was just crazy to think that, you know, we were there basically. We could have been stuck there. We don't know what would have happened. We don't know how damaged, but I did see the airport got quite damaged. As you can see, it's pretty ferocious around that sort of area which we were in. So really grateful that we managed to get home, but just feel for everyone that lives in a hurricane belt. I just can't imagine the fear every summer basically of having a hurricane coming towards you most of the time. So yeah, it was crazy. And as I said, this was one of the reasons why we wouldn't probably go in September again, because it's just that risk. I mean, we've been twice now and we've been okay, but this was the closest we've got to not being okay, sort of thing, and getting stuck and having our flight cancelled and stuff. So it's probably best to avoid it. We've done it twice, and we're probably going to push our luck a little bit more if we do. I know the chances of it actually happening is quite low, but knowing us, we had the worst luck. If you've seen a lot of my other travel scrapbooks, you've seen that we've been quarantined, we've had flight cancelled, we've had flight delays, we've had everything. So yeah, I just don't want to push our luck of being on holiday in a hurricane. So I hope you've enjoyed this album. As I said, I got it done pretty quickly, which was nice, compared to my other albums. I don't know why my other ones took so long, but this one took only like 4 weeks. So I hope you've enjoyed this one, and I will be back shortly, hopefully with my new one, which will be Budapest. So thank you very much. Bye.